Okay, we're doing this. This is being recorded live. I'm turning on the reality feed at Ogikubo Station. You can hear some city noise around me. I can see people handing out tissues in front of the station. We got, there's the train. It's getting ready to go. Some Japanese girl with blonde hair and short shorts is looking at me strange. That's what happens when you hold a microphone in public and speak English. Girls start looking at you. If you live in Tokyo, this noise might be driving you crazy because you hear it all the time. But if you're in Florida, I don't know, it might hold some sort of interest for you. Oh, two guys just approached the blonde girl and now she's walking off. You can hear their steps. Or just the train. What was the tagline? I was going to give this a tagline. Welcome to the Matty B Files. Personalized what have yous disguised as a music podcast from the back streets of Tokyo. We got issues, music, asides, and hopefully at some point food. Let's begin. I did just have some great food. That's some amazing food. I think most of existential dread is just when you're hungry. I think if you're full, you don't really got a lot of existential dread. I was so hungry, and I was like so kind of fucking trying to get this thing done, you know? Not the podcast, just this thing. I don't know what we're moving into, but it's a new field. And I was all like, blah, blah, blah. And then I went and I just had 5 massive pot stickers, or gyoza, yaki gyoza, and a big bowl of ramen. I feel fucking great now. Had a couple of Nishiogi highballs, and life's looking up. Just like this train. It's going up towards Tokyo Station. So crazy. You never notice these noises. Shh. Whether you don't have the headphones on with the reality feed turned up. All right. Well, I'm drinking an Aoni and no guest for today, so this is going to be one of those another drink of beer with me, but I'm doing it outside. Let's open up with some news headlines. All right. These news headlines are fucking hilarious. The thing is that editors will write the news headline, and I think they're trained in headline writing because there's this theme where you got to make a joke. Holy shit. Where you kind of got to make a joke out of the headline. Our cheetahs racing towards extinction was last week's, but that was from CNN, and I thought I would focus on some Japanese ones. So I got quite a list here for you today. Japan flavor makers search for tastes in Southeast Asia. Japanese farm-to-table company plants new Hawaii location. Mitsubishi Chemical to cook up more cake ingredients in China. Skymark putting ticket sales on autopilot to optimize earnings. Soap maker finds cleaner way to fight wildfires. What? Study explores deafening silence in Japanese English language classes. Oh, that was not supposed to be in the list. And then it says, take a ride back to 1927 on Asia's first subway line. Companies are beginning to wake up and smell the coffee. And, it's about coffee, about providing employees with coffee. So, really? I don't know. Does this really interest... Well, this might not interest you, but do those headlines grab your attention when you read them? You're like, oh, really? Oh, the Japanese flavor makers are searching for tastes? And, oh, the Japanese farm-to-table company plants new Hawaii. Oh, well, hey, I'm going to check that out. I just read this and kind of go, who the fuck is writing these things? Because I'm not sure who they're trying to target. It's always a joke. Why does it always got to be a joke? Why can't it just be straight up? So, anyways, let's begin. The thing is that when you really feel existentialist dread, just go eat something. All right. We're coming out of 2016. Welcome to 2017. I'm trying to predict what's going to happen this year. One of my main predictions is that I think there's going to be a rise in a further increase in the monitoring class. The popularity of social media has led to lots of monitoring. It's okay to say this, it's not okay to say that. If you do say this, then you lose your job. We'll post it and retweet it, and then we will monitor you until we get what we want. And I think that's going to increase. I think that's a big thing. Maybe it goes back to divide and conquer. Divide everyone into these tiny little market segments and then conquer them. Case being, the point is a lot of YouTubers now starting up their YouTube accounts, and I'm monitoring them apparently because there was this case of this mentally handicapped boy, 18 years old or something like that, being abducted by some black people in Chicago, and he was tortured and whatever. And I noticed on YouTube that YouTube exploded. Like there's like tons of pages, and they're all going, the mainstream media is not covering this, and we have to cover this. What my big surprise is how this is just not being covered. I'm like, it is being covered. It's being covered all over YouTube. And that's one point of the monitoring class, is that these are other people looking at what other people aren't doing and then saying what they should be doing. So I don't know. It's a monitoring class. We're going to see an increase in the monitoring class, I swear to God. 2017 is going to be when the monitoring class just became part of the social fabric. I think that's my main. Music will continue to decrease. It'll be around, of course, but I haven't had a conversation about popular music with anyone in the past year or so. People that are talking about music, don't know. Oh, what about Beyonce? No, it's about her stage performance, but it's never her actual song. I haven't had one person come up to me and say, you got to hear this song. Nobody. And even on YouTube, all of those popular all the popular videos are just people going, the truth about social justice warriors, the truth about Trump, the truth about blah, 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 or advice on how to, but it's never music. And I do see some musicians trying to put themselves practicing on YouTube or playing a new riff or something like that, but it's not flying. Nobody's really interested. So that's my main prediction. I wonder how long this podcast is going to last. Might even last a full beer. Yeah. All right. Well, let's pause for a second. By the way, I am really interested in new music. If you want to send me something, or comment, just send me something. I'm a very curious person. And I don't know. I think that it's important to keep your mind open, of course. We're going to play some music. Today's music is from a band in town called the GoOoD Things. And I've helped them out in the past. Mike's been on the podcast before. He was the inspiration behind, 10 years in Japan, motherfucker. So let's play some good things here. Let's begin.
Throw me a clue, I'll watch it float away from view. I guess I'm waiting for. I'm not the man that I wanna be lately. So come on over, stand in my way. I'm just a fool, I'm living lately. I think it's time to simmer down. I'm not the man that I wanna be lately. So come on over, stand in my way. I'm just a fool, I'm living lately. I think it's time to simmer down.
And that was the GoOoD Things. Take Me Home. Nope, that was Simmer Me Down. Take Me Home is... Nope, Simmer Down. The Take Me Home is the next one. All right, before finishing this podcast, this is kind of an outdoor test. Thanks for listening, everyone. Big shout-outs to Kieran, as usual. Also, I bumped in... Well, I can give it 2 shout-outs. One to Lee, another one to Lee. They're 2 very different people, by the way, but I bumped into them both this week. I do have the Gamma So open mic coming up in a couple of weeks. And as a final note, you know what? I think we have a zombie class. There's 2 classes, not just the monitoring class, which is evident because everyone has their smartphones out and pointing at everyone all the time and uploading it, right? And everyone commenting on YouTube about each other's actions. It's a monitoring class. You're being monitored by the class. And it's kind of being promoted. It's very strange. But the zombie class as well, which kind of feeds off of the monitoring class in outdoors, you know. We got the people on their smartphones. They're going to be around. I thought they would go away, but they're going to be around for a while. So there's a whole new class of people that are just completely absorbed in another world, and they're not going away. I've said it before, but I don't really accommodate them. I don't walk around them. If I see someone with their smartphone out and they're walking and they're in my way, I just push past them because they have given up on being in a real-time social environment, and they're just kind of in the way. So, and they don't even notice when you push. They might look at you funny. But when you push past them and they go, no, 5 seconds later, they transport themselves back into an alternate reality. So don't feel as if you need to really accommodate the zombie class that is now amongst us. Walking around, driving around. I can see a guy right now. He's just completely absorbed. He's not walking in a straight line. He's zigzagging around the square. And he's just completely gone. He's gone. His brain is in another dimension. They're transporting their consciousnesses into alternative sub-realities that really have no effect. Have you ever, I like watching people on their, oh, Jesus Christ, here we go. So now, sometimes on the trains in Tokyo, people will lean their smartphone on you on a busy train and treat you like a shelf. Like they'll put their smartphone on your arm if they can, or on your back if they can, and then watch a video. That turns me into a social troll because I don't just shake them off. I begin to shift slowly. I shift them if it's on my arm. I'll shift my arm just ever so slowly. And then I'll just push my elbow into their body. And they're so absorbed in their video, they don't really notice. And then you just kind of flick your wrist and your arm will turn quickly. And then their phone will start moving around. And they get kind of shocked. Oh, what's happening? Can you believe that? Can you believe that I'm being used as a shelf on the train? Anyways, That's the podcast. Welcome to 2017. I don't know. I think that I've lost some friends this year, to be honest. I don't know. I think I've lost some friends. There's a lot of. I'm very truthful. I want to be truthful and I want to be honest. That's the main thing. But when your truthfulness and your honesty don't reflect the reality of your peers, a lot of these people are often just they'll dismiss you. So instead of saying, "Oh, that person has different beliefs," it's like, "Oh, I can't be around that person anymore," you know. And I'm kind of, I've had really strange beliefs for a long time, and I'm kind of tired of hiding them because they don't hurt anybody. I went many years, like just listening to alternative theories, conspiracies and aliens and all of that. Not 100% involved, but just very curious about it. But let's just say somebody's talking about a protest and how all horses and the horse races, are being abused and they should be let free. People will be like, I totally agree, or like, oh, I'm not sure about that. But if someone is like, yeah, I totally agree with that, but let's talk about aliens, everyone's going to be like, no, and just run away. So I don't know. I've been in this fucking shadow position for a long time, and I'm not really into the conspiracy theories and aliens anymore at all. There's only so much you can learn about that before you figure out enough. But what it does do to you is that it puts in front of you an insane amount of possibilities. Some of them might be credible, others completely not, and it teaches you to separate the credibility of certain theories, not in an academic setting, right? There's no teachers here. There's no teachers, so. And then now I'm back in reality and I'm participating or whatever. And I hear these other crackpot theories like, oh, all white men are just to blame for everything. And if you disagree with that, well, it's undeniable. It's like, nah, if I can't talk to you about aliens, you can't talk to me about the undeniability of the straight white man causing all your fucking problems. It's just not going to happen. So that's probably going to cost me some friends. But if that's what it takes, I'm an Orwellian in my thinking style, and it's important to be honest and straightforward. And if people are just going to put on these virtue coats and walk around pretending to be, I don't know, enlightened beings when really they're just as confused as the rest of us, then I don't know, don't be my friend. I don't mind. I'll be your friend. I'll be anyone's friend. I'll have a conversation with anyone. But I think that when I'm trying to be open, I don't know. I think it's cost me some contacts and relationships in my personal life, in my private life, in my business life. It's been really good. I mean, I've been making more money. I've had more business opportunities. I've been entrusted with more information because of honesty. And that information that I have is actually pretty interesting. I can't get into it, but there we go. So that's going to be the podcast for today. Don't expose yourself. That sounds gross. But if you let yourself out, then the people that stick around, right? Just like the gay people that come out of the closet. Their friends, their true friends, stick around. So let's keep this thing going. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you next time. Oh, yeah, this is another podcast without guests. There's going to be more guests coming up. It's just been the ending and the beginning of the year, and people are busy with their home shit, so I'm just basically going outside and recording in real time. So let's just listen to the Ogikubo Station Plaza, and I'll leave you there. Thanks a lot, everyone. Bye. It's a lot of boring noise.